Alright guys, so we're back for another Dokkan Battle video, and we got some brand new PEPPY GALS units here in Dokkan, including BRIANNE de Chateau here, who of course is kind of like the base form for RIBRIANNE, you know, her pre-transformation form. RIBRIANNE is very hot in this stage. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. Now, I did decide to go ahead and pull 5 copies of her, and we are going to rainbow her. Now, I'm not really going crazy rainbowing units right now, you know, with the Broly movie characters coming up very, very soon. But because this version of RIBRIANNE right here is the best leader for the PEPPY GALS team, I did feel as though it would be very beneficial, you know, to go ahead and get, like, I like rainbowing the leader characters, right? So that's why, even though the Broly movie, you know, stuff was coming up, but I still rainbowed AGL Metal Cooler up there, plus AGL Metal Cooler was very good. So we're going to go ahead and hop into an event and test out this BRIANNE right here. First, we'll test her out on the PEPPY GALS team, you know, where she now has a 100% leader skill. And then we'll probably also check out her on the Enhanced Transformation team, where I believe she can get her, you know, highest attack stat. We'll see how high she can get over there. I wonder if she'll be able to break 1 million, maybe. So, alright, let's go ahead and hop in and test our girl RIBRIANNE out. Alright, guys, so I'm doing this rainbow showcase for the new RIBRIANNE card a little earlier than I usually do my rainbow showcases. Usually, I'm not putting them out, like, only a few hours after the unit has released, so we don't really have a wide variety of other RIBRIANNE units to select from. So we just got to keep in mind that the friend RIBRIANNE is not very good right now. But let's go ahead and hop in. I went into the Int Gogeta event. Nothing too wild, but still an event that could be difficult in, like, you know, a boss rush stage or something like that. And we'll kind of test out this team. I feel like, you know, I probably could have went into the AGL Metal Cooler fight and been fine. But, you know, I have done that fight a lot over the last couple weeks. So I do kind of... I like to mix it up as much as possible with the boss fights I jump into. That's why I don't, like, do, like, you know, boss rush every single video. Because I think it gets redundant to see, you know, the same backgrounds for every single video, the same fight for every single video. I do want to switch it up, you know, fight different bosses. That's why I'm always excited when a new Dokkan Fest boss drops, because then we got, you know, new stages we have not seen before. Okay. So, we got RIBRIANNE right off the bat in her new glorious rainbow self. Now, I believe Toa is a support type unit, but she only does give the buff to extreme type characters, which RIBRIANNE is not. So, she's not going to be getting any sort of buff there. I actually want to take that Goku out before Goku attacks Toa at the end there. Now, RIBRIANNE also does seal. Like, she's a pretty good card. Like, you look at the stuff that this RIBRIANNE card is able to do. She seals, she gets a 100% attack and defensive buff, and then on the PEPPY GALS team, she lowers enemy attack. Okay, so just a shade under 500,000, but she lowers enemies' attack by 5%, up to 15% based on how many PEPPY GAL category units you have on the team. So she can do a lot. You know, she's one of these new era cards where she just is able to help out, you know, in a lot of different ways. She has several different category teams, too. I always do like rainbowing units that have a lot of different category. Like, I like rainbowing units that are on a lot of different categories, so I can use them in a lot of different situations, right? So, okay, so far, it is nice that we got this 100% buff for the PEPPY GALS team, but, like, even on this first stage right here, we did not tear right through it. A lot of the new PEPPY GALS units are quite impressive, but of course, you know, I don't have a lot of them rainbowed or awakened yet. Alright, so now we're going to fight Veku. Sure, let's go ahead and knock down Veku. Kefla. Okay, so I did kind of want to get Kefla on rotation with Android 18, but I guess if I do it like this, then I'll have a hard hitter in each rotation, because I presume Kefla is probably still going to hit harder than the Int RIBRIANNE. Kefla should be just, you know, a better unit overall. I still think Kefla is probably the best PEPPY GALS character still, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. It's the additional attacks. Like, you really can't underrate how powerful guaranteed additionals are. And like, there we go. Like, you know, Kefla was able to have a higher attack stat than RIBRIANNE, and she has, like, you know, additionals coming. So still very, very impressive by Kefla there. The ceiling is useful in stages that can actually, you know, have the ceiling be applied. So that's working out pretty good here as well. Okay, so far the Peppy Gal team working pretty well. One of the main reasons I wanted to rainbow RIBRIANNE is because I am going to definitely take the brand new Peppy Gals team into the Peppy Gals category Super Battle Road stage and see how all of these brand new units really work over there. Like, you know, with this RIBRIANNE leader, the SCR RIBRIANNE Awakening, even though she's free to play, she's very good. You know, a bunch of different things like that. I'm going to be really curious to see how well this team can perform. I think the Peppy Gals category stage is easily the easiest of all of Super Battle Road. I think, especially now, this RIBRIANNE, she is a tailor-made for Super Battle Road. The way she seals, she lowers attack on passive, she has a good attack and defensive buff, and she's a better leader for the team. She massively buffs the Peppy Gal team, like a lot. You know, you bring Khalifa on there, she could dodge. Kefla, dodge and additional. You have Tech Android 18. Well, really, either Tech Android 18, because there's the new one, and then there's also the Tournament of Power one. They're both very, very good. I suspect the Tournament of Power one is a little better, but there's a chance that the new one might be better than the Tournament of Power 18. I would need to test it out myself, but, you know, the new Tech 18 gets a ridiculous amount of buffs from, like, orbs, as long as she's on a Peppy Gal team. Like, what is it? It's like 21% per orb, attack and defense. That's a lot. That's a real high number, man. Alright, so here's my girl, Khalifa. She's gonna bob and weave. Wow, okay, 18k from Gogeta. Well, yeah, I guess Khalifa, it's not like Khalifa is a crazy defensive unit, right, in terms of her actual defense. She does raise defense after super attack, which is nice, but it's dodging is more of what she does, not really defending so much with, you know, like a high defensive stat. 18 is not going to do much damage to Gogeta, of course, unless she gets a crit off. And neither will Bulma, but Bulma is a pretty good defensive unit as well. I guess really I probably didn't need to bring that Tech Bulma, huh? She's not really doing much. And then on this stage too, RIBRIANNE is not going to be as effective. Oh, but you know what? Okay, Gogeta, his attack can be lowered. All right, so Toa will still be useful because Toa does lower attack on super attack, and because Gogeta can be hit with that, that makes Toa very useful here. And then here, you know, when Kefla decides to do this, she is a very, very good unit. If she can give us one more too. Oh, Kefla! Yo, yeah, Kefla. She's still the best character on every. You know, oh, you know, it'd be a good video I just thought of. Go the best unit on every category. Oh, I'm gonna write that down. Oh wait, I'm writing that down. that's a good video right there. But yeah, I would say Kefla. Kefla should be the best Peppy Gals unit for sure. Oh, Toa! And Toa gets the KO. All right, that was fun. You know, using the Peppy Gal team. This is exactly why I rainbowed this RIBRIANNE, so this team is viable. All right, so now let's go ahead and hop into an event with this RIBRIANNE on a real category team, you know, with a 150% buff or higher, plus with Physical Kid Buu. Let's see how high we can get her attack stat. Alright guys, so I hopped into another event, and right away it appears that we got the rotation I was looking for. Now, this RIBRIANNE does not have an overabundance of attack links. She's like a lot of the other female characters of late, where they are just filled to the brim with like odd sort of key links and stuff. Plus RIBRIANNE does have Tournament of Power, but she only has 2 attack links, More Than Meets the Eye and Innocence. Now, Innocence is only 10%, and More Than Meets the Eye is only plus 300 attack. They have to update that, by the way. That's ridiculous. 300 attack. But RIBRIANNE actually does share that with Physical Kid Buu. So we'll be able to give Physical Kid Buu right here, you know, More Than Meets the Eye with RIBRIANNE. Now, I felt like the Tech Cell would give RIBRIANNE a better attack stat than bringing like Fat Boo along, who would give her the Innocence activated, right? So let's see what RIBRIANNE's attack stat gets up to. 800,000. Oh boy. Well, okay. One reason her attack stat is so low there is because of the fact that she is not yet awakened, and she does have a very low attack stat compared to a lot of other Rainbow units. In terms of summonable units attack stat, she is right there at the very bottom of units. Her attack stat is only 12,307, which again is very, very low for a summonable unit, which she is. So, you know, whenever she would get an awakening, that would help her do a lot more damage. Plus, her 12 key multiplier is 130%. Oh boy, is that really bad. So that's another reason. Okay. I guess we might as well transition into the breakdown. So this is Vocal Declaration of Love and Victory, Brianne de Chateau. Her leader skill is Peppy Gal's category key 3, HP, attack, and defense 100%. So I do consider her a good unit, even though, you know, she's not able to hit that 1 million attack stat that I do like. But there's a number of reasons why she's still good. We'll kind of go over them here. One is that she is the best leader for the Peppy Gals team, like no doubt about it now. Like, I know a lot of people before liked to use Caulifla as the Peppy Gals category leader, you know, but she's all types key too, and 70% the stats. I think, you know, this RIBRIANNE at 100%, that's a lot better. The additional key is not really a big deal for the Peppy Gals team because they all link so good. Like, they all have, like, you know, things like Shattering the Limit, Battlefield Diva, and, you know, a lot of the stronger characters have Tournament of Power as well. So they don't really need the key, but, you know, an extra 30% to all stats is big. And then, of course, you know, if we're counting double leader, that's an extra 60% over having, like, double Caulifla as your leader. So right there, this RIBRIANNE is pretty good. Her super attack is the Big Amour, which does supreme damage and seals super attack. Of course, that's going to be immensely useful in Super Battle Road, that the leader of the team can seal. Her passive skill, Pretty Flowers on the battlefield. So she gets an attack and defensive buff up to 100% based on how much HP she has remaining. So, you know, similar to something like LR Bojack or something, right? And then enemies' attack gets decreased by 5%, up to 15% per Peppy Gal's category ally on the team. That's going to be big, big time in Super Battle Road, where, you know, you're going up against 4 enemies and she's lowering all of their attack by 15%. That's going to be really helpful. So this RIBRIANNE it's ridiculous, but she's a Super Battle Road killer, bro. Category Super Battle Road is the hardest thing in the game, and this RIBRIANNE is a killer for Super Battle Road. This unit right here will get a lot of people the LR Goku, the reward card from Category Super Battle Road, because, you know, you can get a copy of him by beating the Peppy Gal stage 20 times, which will be a joke if you have just a couple of the units. Caulifla, Kefla, this RIBRIANNE, the SCR RIBRIANNE is farmable. You just rainbow her, like a bunch of these units, and you are good to go. Her links are Battlefield Diva, Metamorphosis, The Innocence, Signature Pose, More Than Meets the Eye, and Tournament of Power. So, I don't like her links at all, to be honest. She has an atrocious 12 key multiplier of 130%. Oh boy, is that bad. As for a brand new summonable unit? That's insane to me. And then she does have 3 categories. The Peppy Gals category, which of course she is now the best and de facto leader for the Peppy Gals category team. She is on the Universal Survival Arc, of course, you know, a participant of the Tournament of Power. And then she is also on the Enhanced Transformation team, because she's one of these characters that has like a billion different transformation type things that she does. So there she is on the Enhanced Transformation category team, where we saw her max, you know, sort of attack set. So there we go, guys. There is a brand new RIBRIANNE. Definitely a strong unit. I do not recommend at all, however, to chase her, to try and summon to get her on her banner. Let her come to you in future banners. Do not chase this unit. although she is pretty damn good. She's very good. Any unit that has like a real good specialty, like, you know, effectiveness in a stage, I really like and I think is good. This RIBRIANNE will kill that Peppy Gals category stage, so I think she's really solid for that. So, alright guys, we'll finish up here for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.